we go. Greetings. Welcome to the Yang style long form Taiji class on PT TV. I'm Michael Gilman. Well, I feel really good. I was looking and we'll probably make it up into movement 80 or so today out of 108, so we're doing really well. And I'm really excited, and so it's not going to be too long, and we'll have the long form. In fact, we're even talking about what we're going to do next, right, when we finish this long form class. So stay tuned, it'll be fun, and I really appreciate your continued viewing. And do come down and practice with us in Chetsumoka. All right, so let's loosen up. Okay. Turn the waist. Wuchi stance. Soft in the knees. Again, I just constantly remind you that all of the power and energy comes from the ground, and it's transmitted up into the legs and then to the waist and out. So you must keep a good solid connection to the earth. Keep your knees flexible and soft, and your waist kind of strong and connected. All right, so rolling down. Rolling up. Shake. Loose and free. Shake a leg. Shake a leg. Turn the waist. Rolling down. Rolling up. Okay, integrating. Feet shoulder width, parallel. Knees soft. Pelvis slightly tucked under. Top of the head lifting. Chin slightly tucked under. Shoulders and upper ribs suspended from above. Relaxing. Breathing in and out through the nose, directing the breath to the lower belly. Take an integration breath, or Qigong, gather, open. All right. So for Qigong to start with, let's open all the joints using what we call Pong energy, or sort of like blowing them up, blowing our joints up, giving ourselves more space in between each joint, and using our mind to do that, all right? So we're just going to do this from our Wu Qi stance. Feel your feet on the ground. First, breathe into the dantian. Get your breathing, your focus into your lower belly, into just below your belly button. Inhale, let's let the belly expand. Exhale, let the belly contract. Now, first let's look at the ankle. So inhale, gather energy into your lower belly. Exhale, concentrate on the ankles, and as you exhale, imagine the ankles filling with energy or filling with water, and they become more relaxed and more spacious. Okay? So as you inhale, concentrate on the lower belly. As you exhale, focus on the ankles. Then move into the knees. Inhale, concentrate on the lower belly. Exhale, concentrate on the knees and feel the knees open and expand. Next, the hip joint. Inhale, concentrate on the lower belly. Exhale, concentrate on the hip joints, expanding and opening. Then the spine. There's space in between each vertebra. So inhale, concentrate on the lower belly. And as you exhale, feel space in between each vertebra just open and expand, all the way up to the base of the neck. Let's do that one again. Inhale, concentrate on your lower belly. Exhaling into each and every vertebra. Good. Shoulder joints. Inhale, concentrate on the lower belly. Exhale, concentrate on the shoulder joint. Elbow. Inhale, concentrate on the lower belly. Exhale, concentrate on the elbow joint. Inhale, concentrate on the lower belly. Now we wrist and hand. Exhale, concentrate on opening the wrist and hand, finger joints. One more time, the whole body. Inhale, concentrate on the lower belly. Exhale, every joint in the body open. Good. Qigong. All right. So, most of the spinal problems particularly have to do with compression. Sitting, running not too much and pounding, jumping. So if you use this meditation, this Qigong exercise of blowing up, concentrate on each joint and blow it up, you'll gain a lot of benefit. Now we only use, because of the time, I only took one breath basically into each place. But you could take, you know, many breaths, and it would be, you know, better if you did that. So I would say at least, you know, 3 or 4 each, okay? All right, so let's review, go through last week's movements, and then Bijal Soini is again going to be my partner, and we'll, you know, look at the movements that we're going to work on today. All right, so last week we did from the end of Fair Lady Works, it's shuttles. Ward off left. Now this is very important again. It's difficult. If you don't, when you shift back and open, sinking into your back leg, when you shift forward, it's very important to roll up on the back foot. If you don't roll up on the back foot, you're going to have a lot of problems with balance. Then step slightly to the left and open, pong. Weighted foot turn. Again, here, this isn't too bad to turn out, but if you don't roll up and you shift your weight really onto it, you're going to have a problem. So make sure as you come onto this foot, you roll up the back foot. Then step out and right push upward. Roll back, use your torso, turn. Press, use your torso, turn. Push straight back and straight forward. Single whip. Right? Come over, join, lead, then join, lead, and finally release out. Waving hands like clouds. Remember, they grabbed and we pulled and turned. Sinking and pong. This is hip width, not shoulder width. 1. 2. And 3. All right. Let's just do single whip and waving hands like clouds. And then I'll call Bijal out, okay? Join, lead. Then she's using the other hand, which I join, lead, and strike out. Cloud's hands is turn and pong. Remember, when you go to step, sink. As this hand turns over, you sink and pull and pong. 1. 2. And 3. Okay, let me demonstrate the movements we're going to do, and then we'll show you the applications. 1, single whip again. This is a slightly different one. I'm pushing down and striking up with the whip hand, and then again neutralizing and finally striking out. Now a nice movement called snake creeps down. It's a little squatting, it's just like a little, not too bad, just a little squatting movement coming back up. And then coming forward, you do golden pheasant, stands on one leg right, and golden pheasant stands on one leg left. Now, I don't know. We have step back and repulse monkey. I don't think we'll have time to get to it, but I'll show you anyway. It's very similar to the other one, only first I do a little blocking movement, then I step back and repulse monkey. So these movements you've seen, you know, quite similar things. And so if Bijal will come out, let me show you the applications, and then we'll do it. Okay, welcome to you, welcome. Okay, so the first one is the first single whip following the waving hands like clouds. It's a little bit different. It's kind of it's a dealing with two fairly fast, but we'll do it slow movements. So And this is going to be done, like in the form, this would be done in this direction, but so you can see it, we'll do it this way. Okay, so she is coming inward with a fairly low strike. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to neutralize it down, and as I neutralize it down, you see she has a, now just look at this. So if you're punching, just relaxing, right? You see how her head, gets a little snappy motion? So as I do that, then this comes up underneath and does a little upper chop with my wrist, right? Okay, so she comes in, I neutralize this and uppercut, but she stops it and withdraws her hand and punches, right? So she comes in, I neutralize down, I go to strike her, she catches it, and then I block her strike and come in with this back of the arm to the chin. So it's kind of a fun little sequence. If you had a partner to play with in this one, it's kind of fun because you can work up to being quite fast and quite free, and it's fun. So, but slowly again, it's down and up. She stops, block, and hit. Okay, the next is snake creeps down. Now this is you'll see this is one of the postures that's used quite often in demonstrations of Tai Chi and for Tai Chi posters and things like that, because everybody has their own kind of way of doing their snake creeps down. But this first one, I don't do it as fancy as we're going to do it, repeat it again at the very end of the form when I'll, by then we'll be strong enough to really creep down a lot. This is a mild creeping down. Sort of okay, so in this case, we've just done single whip, and she's punching in towards the center, okay? So I'm going to neutralize it to the side. I'm going to go back and neutralize and open. So then, you see, she's kind of extended, so then I come up and come anywhere and poke her with my fingers. Traditionally, they say, you see, now at home, hopefully, is that this comes in and you kind of grab in the crotch or something, but actually, this is family television. Okay, so once again, snake creeps down. So I go back with it, neutralizing, you see. Then I kind of come in and poke upward. And I'm going to follow that as she starts to kind of regain herself. I'm going to follow it with this movement called Golden Pheasant, where I'm poking and coming up with this whole side comes up in either poking, hitting, knee, kick, you see? So first she comes in, you see? Here's poke, and then up, and hit. Okay, the second part of this is that she's punching in towards the center with me upwards. So what I'm going to do is lead her back and down, you see, and then attack her with coming up here, knee, fingers, elbow. See, I could be breaking the elbow. A whole lot of things, okay? And if we get around to it, I really don't know, but the Repulse Monkey. Now, if you remember the last Repulse Monkey, we came from fist under elbow, and she had grabbed me, say, and then I knocked her off, right? And if, say, she punched, then I neutralized her around and came back. Okay, this is going to be a little different. Coming from here, the first one, she's going to slap me upside the head. That's right. So as she slaps me, I join and step back and threaten her. Right? See? Yeah, I can pull her, and she can just walk right into this. You see? So, like that. Okay. Next, she's going to kick me around. Now, we've said before, we've dealt with kicks by stepping into it and grabbing. Here, in case you're backed up against a wall, or you're like here, I can't really step in very well. What you do here is form a strong shield. Now, this is not recommended in the martial arts very much, particularly not Tai Chi, of sort of using force to block something. But in this case, sometimes you have to. So we form a good, strong block. The elbow and the knee kind of form a triangle here in a very strong structure. Okay, so as she does that, I block, and I also grab her, you see, and now I can pull her and push her at the same time. So not only am I blocking, but I'm grabbing her, then pulling and pushing. And then we're going to repeat the same thing on this side. She's going to kick me on this side. I'm going to block and come in. Okay? So that's it. All right, thank you very much. Thank you. It's hard, you know, it's hard being the what we call the dummy, you know, because you don't want to, you know, look too good and you don't want to look too bad, and somehow you'll end up looking foolish either way. All right. Okay, so let's start working on the first single whip, following cloud's hands. Now, I'll do it in the way we do it in the form so we can get a sense of the movement, right? So we've gone cloud's hands. The weight is on the left foot. First, 1, turn out the front toe using your pivot, weighted pivot, turn out to 45. Right now it's facing straight ahead. Turn out to face the corner. Shift the weight coming into your center position. Step straight in. As you shift, you open. Okay, that first part. One, turn out, come into center. 2, step straight ahead. 3, open. And you're forming your hook hand as you're pressing down and coming up. One, pivot out, shifting, sinking the weight into the left foot, coming into center position. 2, step straight in. 3, open. Okay, once again. 1, shifting, sinking the weight into the left foot. Step straight ahead and open. Up and down. Next, sinking the weight deeper into the right foot, replace the left foot to face the left wall, and open the hips slightly. And finally, shift the weight to the left foot, turning the waist, and should have to turn in the back toe at the end. One, sink to the left, center. 2, step ahead, straight ahead with the right foot, up and down, shifting onto the right foot. Sink into the right foot, join with the left hand. Right hand relaxes a little bit. The foot has stepped now towards the left wall. And finally, shift your weight and open. This piece is very much, the movement is very similar to the one we just did before, where we come here, join. Very similar, only it's coming from a slightly different place. Okay? Okay, the whole thing. 1, sink into your center. 2, step straight ahead. 3, up and down. 4, sink a little bit, replace your left foot to face the left wall, and shift onto it, open, splitting the energy, single whip. Sinking the weight, open. Step in, up and down. Sink the weight to the right, join, and open the left leg. And shift to the left, and snake, and single whip. Okay. So snake creeps down. Let's look at snake creeps down. It's not, you see, okay, so we're at single whip. the easiest thing to do. Now you can do this, you'll see people lift this foot up and step way back and creep way down, that kind of thing. You'll see people walk this foot back and come down. All different things. So, but for this first one, we're not going to change our stance. We're not going to widen it any. All we're going to do is pivot out the toe, the right toe, to, right now it's facing in the corner, 45, what I call 45. We're going to turn it out to about straight or even a little more. And the thing that's going to turn it out is that the hip is opening. Okay. So the weight is on the left foot, and you open out this toe, keeping the weight on the forward foot. You then are going to shift back, turning the waist, and squat down a little bit. Now when you squat, there's going to be a tendency to bend forward, like to do this kind of thing. No, it's important because then you'd be putting the head ahead of the torso, and it would be too vulnerable. You want to keep your head back. So, you know, I think I've told you this before, that I always think of the head as sort of the general of the troops. And so the general, you certainly don't want the general to be in the front line, you know, of anything. You want the general to be back behind the lines of contact as much as possible. So in all of the Tai Chi movements, you'll notice that the head is always kind of held back. Yeah, okay, because if anything happens to your head, you know, that's it. Okay, so if we put our hands in front, put your hands in front of the belly. Open up the back toe to face a little further than straight towards the camera. Then shift back and sink down a little bit. The weight is mostly on the right foot. In the beginning, this might seem like quite a lot of stress, but it's not really. You can just do it whatever level you want. If you want to just squat down this far, that's fine. It's very important. Squatting, you know, squatting is really good exercise for the legs, and I'm sure we don't do it enough. We bend over. We tend to, you know, to pick up things. I know it's like, you know, to bend over to pick things up rather than to, you know, squat down and pick things up. Squatting down to pick things up, definitely a lot better for you. A lot better exercise, right? Less stress on your low back and all of that. So snake creeps down. You open up, shift back. My body faces halfway between the knees. Squatting down slightly. Then, using your torso, you're coming back to the left leg and you're going to turn in the back toe. Okay. So we're going to make a little circle, actually, basically with the body. We're going to come back, squat down, and come back forward. You see, using the heel to power yourself forward. Now, again, it's very important that the heel is your root. You need to have the root to propel you forward. So in this case, your heel is the root. So really pressing into that heel as you move forward. If I do it this direction. All right, single whip. Turn out the toe, shifting back, opening about halfway, squatting down, shifting forward, turning the torso, turn in the back toe, and now you're facing straight ahead and you've come full circle. Okay? So the hands are not difficult. The hands are not difficult. You're going to keep the whip with your right hand. As you open, the left hand sort of lengthens a little bit and relaxes. You then shift back and it just guides, coming a little bit down and in. Goes into this hole that we've created in between the toes. You see? For instance, now traditionally, this movement is called tsai, or pull down. That instead of the application that I showed you as I'm guiding her back, and but traditionally I would be pulling her down. You know, I'd be grabbing it, pulling her down. And if I were to pull her down, I wouldn't want to pull her straight onto me. And I wouldn't want to try and pull her over here too far. I'd be twisted all out of shape. What you do is when you pull, just into this hole that we've created with this pelvic basin here. Okay, so, but instead of pulling her down, we're going to guide her and glide her down, turn out, and I just aim this right into this hole. There's a tendency to let this arm pull way in. Too close, no. The arm, if you notice this arm, it's basically going to stay the same length. It's not the arm doing this movement here. It's the body. Okay? Let me single whip. Keep the whip with the right hand. Open up. The left hand guides slightly down. Then, shifting forward, you want to keep your fingers facing towards your opponent. Shift forward. Now, as you watch this right hand, as you shift forward, it comes down and opens by the waist. Okay, and now I'm ready to do the golden pheasant movement. Okay, so snake creeps down. 1, open. 2, shift back, turning slightly to the right, squatting slightly down. 3, shift forward, poking, bring the right hand to the waist. One, open. 2, shift back, guiding down into the hole slightly to the right. 3, shift forward, poking, turning the torso forward. Again. 1, open. 2, shift back and slightly down. 3, shift forward, poke, and bring the hand in. Again, this side. 1, open. 2, guide down. 3, poke in and fold in. Okay, these two from the end of Claude's hands. 1, come center. 2, step in. 3, up and down. 4, sink, join open. And 5, split. Snake creeps down. 1, open. 2, shift back and squat down. 3, poke in and fold. Okay. Insertion. 1, come center. 2, step out. 3, up and down. 4, join and open. And 5, strike. Snake creeps down. Open. Shift back. Guide down. Poke. And fold in. Okay. Now, when when we demonstrated this movement, you notice that golden pheasant, in this case, the first one, really followed the end of snake creeps down. Sometimes movements do and sometimes they don't. In this case, it does. So when I stop here, that's kind of an artificial kind of stop. But so watch now. Watch this again. So we'll do snake creeps down and golden pheasant. 1, open, 2, guide down, 3, poke. Now watch. We're folding in and turning. We're turning out the front toe. The left hand is folding over. Now I'm going to pull down with the left hand and the whole right side is going to come up. Now you come up until this leg is parallel to the ground. The elbow is in line with the knee and leg. A lot of times you'll see they'll be touching at this point, but I think just for ease, we don't have to. Snake creeps down. Okay, so you turn in, fold in. Turn out, fold over. Shift the weight forward. Bring the foot in and up. Now, it's very important to always keep a little flex in your knees. When you're standing, when you're doing golden pheasant, you don't want to be standing straight up, locking the knee, because then all sorts of weird things could happen. When I come up here, I'm up, but I still have flex in the knee, okay? So when you're doing the foot kicks and all that, make sure you keep flex in the knee. Don't straighten it out. Don't lock your knees, okay? Okay. So I'll do it this way. Snake creeps down. Open. Shift. Slightly turning. Right. Shift forward. Poke. Turn in. Fold. Turn out. Fold. Shift the weight to the left foot. Bring up the right side. This hand looks just like brush knees and all that. It's pressing downward for balance. This hand is poking forward. Now this is a poking hand. We've talked, through all these months. Each hand, each function of the hand has a different position, and so if I was poking something, I wouldn't want to have a very open hand because it would be too easy. The energy would be too dissipated. I wouldn't want the thumb sticking out because I might miss and the thumb would get pulled back. When you use a poking hand, the thumb is held quite closely in. The fingers have quite a bit of pong energy to them. It's very strong as opposed to being too soft that they would just collapse in. So in both of this hand, so when I'm doing creeps down and I'm poking, it's the same thing. It's a very firm hand. Now, firmness is different than hardness. See, firm, it has more of an internal feeling, as hard has a little more of an external feeling to it. Hard tends to be more brittle. Firm has a little more of a chance to change into soft. Firm is done with pong energy. So when I'm holding my hand here, it's not hard. If you were to see my muscles wouldn't be tight. With firm, the muscles are soft, but the fingers are solid. It's a different concept. So you play around with this idea, okay? So when you're doing these movements, make sure the hands are held together. When you're doing creeps down and golden pheasant, when you're doing these poking, this is the same as a fist under elbow, same hand. Don't let things get too soft. Don't let them get too open. Okay. Snake creeps down. Open, guide down, sinking. See, now this is fairly soft, this hand. Now, as it goes forward, as it pokes, it becomes firmer. Then it relaxes. It's done. So it relaxes, and this hand relaxes. Turning out, this hand is now joining. It's relaxed. Shifting the weight onto this foot, roll up. And now, as you're coming forward, the right fingers are firming. Okay. And so the energy is in the knee, possibly in the toe, in the fingers. Okay, so let's do this section here. Single whip, come together, join and neutralize. Now this is firms up, now it's very firm, then it sort of relaxes. This hand relaxes as you join, and then both hands firm up at the end. Both hands relax as you open. Left hand nice, easy and soft, relaxing, guiding. Then as you shift forward, it firms up for the poke. It relaxes. This hand comes in relaxed. Turn out, everything is relaxed. Stepping forward, firm up the right side. Okay. Now the next golden pheasant, let me do it facing this way because you want to see this, right? So let me do this one more time, facing straight ahead. Snake creeps down. Poke, relax, come in, turn out, join. This is going to lead the energy down to the side. As you lead it, this comes up attacking. Firm. Now, remember, Beej will punch towards my center. So I step back, join with her energy, relaxing. Guide her energy into the hole, turning the front toe forward. Then attack with the other side. So this hand, at the end, they look the same, but slightly different approaches to what we're doing there. Okay, so once again, I want open, snake creeps down, shift forward, turn in the back toe, turn out the front toe, fold, and shift, come up. Step back. Now, when you step back, don't fall back. When you step back, you have to sink the weight deeper into the left foot. Then lead back, guide back, open the front toe to straight, or bring it back to straight, and attack. Okay. This whole piece here. Single whip. Join, open, and move. Snake creeps down. Open the back toe first, then shift and open your body. Sinking. Shift forward, turning back, turn in the back toe, turn out the front toe, shift the weight onto the left foot, and bring the right side up. Step back, the right foot joining with the energy, relaxing. Shift back, you're leading the energy back, turning the front toe. And finally, up with this side. So this is a good balance work. It's not as difficult as the foot kicks because you're not having to extend putting the leg all the way out. But it's very good. All right. So let's do all of this once again. I'll do it facing you. Right. 1, come center. 2, step in, up and down. 3, neutralize, open to the left, and return the energy. Snake creeps down, open. Sink back and down. Poke forward. Shift in, turn out, and up. Step back, sink. Shift back, and open. Okay, now we're going to do step back and repulse monkey. Same foot movements we did before. Step back, bringing the right hand up, turning the front toe. Now this is just a little bit different. Bring the hand up as you touch. Put the foot down, you grab and repulse monkey. One more time. Bring the leg up as you touch. Grab the knee as you step back. Repulse the monkey. Now, in the first monkey we did, remember, from fist under elbow, as the hand came back, we brought the foot back. Then we pulled and pushed. We stepped back, brought the hand up, then pulled and pushed. This time, the first one is pretty much like that. We step back and then bring back. Remember that? Remember she was slapping me? So I joined, kind of blocked here, and got out of the way and did this movement. Then she went to kick me. So instead of bringing the hand up and stepping back, I'm going to bring the hand up and close up. Then this hand comes down and grab. Finally, repulse the monkey. Bring the hand up, bring the knee up, guarding. Step back and grab, repulse the monkey. Okay? And in the direction that it's going to be headed, after the last golden pheasant, 1, bring the hand up as you step back, neutralize, and threaten. 2, she kicks. Firm up the side, bring the hand up. Now this hand is up for balance, for protection, for just kind of firming up the top. Then, grab the knee as you step back, pull and push. Bring the knee up, block, grab, pull and push. No, that's not too bad, is it? No. So I know it's a little confusing having movements that are very similar being not so similar. But c'est la vie. Okay? So let's do all of this. And let's do it, let's do it facing in the correct direction, and then we'll come from other direction. In fact, let's put in the cloud's hands and do the cloud's hands too, just so that you can get a little practice on that. Waving hands like clouds. One. 2. 3. Single whip. Come center. Step in. Up and down. Split the energy. Join with the energy open to the left side and split the energy in. Snake crease down. Open back. Shift back. Neutralizing down. Squatting down. Poking as you come forward, turn in the back toe. Now I'm facing directly straight ahead. Turn out the front toe and coming up. Golden Pheasant stands on one leg right. Step back. Join. Lead, turn in the toe. Golden Pheasant left. Step back, Repulse Monkey right. Block. Grab. Repulse Monkey left. Block. Grab. Repulse Monkey right. Now on these repulse monkeys, you want to end up with the striking hand or whatever right in the center of the body at about shoulder level. The other hand is, in the first monkey, the hand was up. In this monkey, the hand is down. Just slightly different in approach. Okay, so let's do this section from the front direction. Waving hands like clouds. Join. Pump. Throw over the leg and follow. They grab. You put an elbow bar and throw them over the leg. One, and follow. Two. Three. Single whip, come center. Block down, strike up. She neutralizes, punches in. You neutralize and strike out. Turn in. Turn out the back toe. Creeps down, neutralizing down into this hole. Coming underneath, poking. Follow up, turn in, turn out. Follow up with the whole side, moving up and attacking. She punches into the center. Join, neutralize down to the right and attack with the left side. Step back in Repulse Monkey. She's slapping in. You move back out of the way and threaten. She kicks. Block, grab, and pull her off balance and push. She kicks again. Block, grab, pull, and push. Very good. Very, very nice. Okay, so let's do it once again from the correct direction. Waving hands like clouds. One. Two. Three. Single whip, come center, block down and up, strike up. Neutralize to the left and strike out. Snake creeps down, open up, lead down and up. Turn in, turn out, Golden Pheasant. Step back. Now remember, don't just fall back here. That you sink the weight on the forward foot first, then come back and open. Repulse the monkey, get ready, and repulse the monkey. Block, grab, and out. Block, grab, and out. Well, this is quite a lot of movements that we're doing, and I feel good about it. I think that we're all learning how to learn more easily. As you go along in your studies, it gets easier and easier to learn forms until pretty soon, you know, you can learn a whole form in one afternoon. You know, after you, because the fundamentals are all the same. The foot movements and the way you move and the way you move your body, it's always the same. You know, just very little variations here and there. Okay, so what I think I'll do here is we'll go through this section once again, and then I'll go through, time permitting, and I'll just continue on, and then you get a chance to feel what the kind of things are coming up in the near future. We have a bunch of sort of repeated variations coming up, and some nice movements. So I think you'll enjoy it, and I hope you'll enjoy it. Okay, so I'll go through from the front ways, I guess, so you can see, and then I'll just carry on. All right? Okay. So we'll go from. So, oh yes, so thank you very much, you know, for joining us as always, and I hope to see you again next week, okay? All right, thanks. Waving hands like clouds. Use your body. There's no effective movement in Tai Chi that doesn't involve the torso. 1, 2, turn your waist, sink the weight. So you're getting the energy into the leg, then release it. Single whip. You're building the energy, gathering the energy into the left leg, then you release it. Gather energy into the right leg, then release it. Snake creeps down. Gather the energy into the right leg, then release it. Golden pheasant. Gather the energy into the left leg, release it. Gather the energy into the right leg, release it. Repulse monkey. Gather the energy into the right leg, release it. Gather the energy into the left leg, release it. Gather the energy into the right leg, release it. Next is slanting flying. Come back to center. It's just a little different. Raise hands. Very similar to what we've done before. Stork spreads its wings. Very similar to what we've done before. Only an elbow strike. Left brush knee, very similar to what we've done before. Needle at C bottom. This is a little bit different than the first one. Fan through the back, very similar to the one we've done before. Turn and white snake. It's very much like turn and chop opponent with fist. But here it's called white snake because we don't make a fist. Step up, deflect downward, and punch. Ward off